many things affect your life as much as slow traffic and bad weather. Listen tomorrow morning for Traffic and Weather Together every 10 minutes on the 9s on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into Cougar Nation, sponsored by Central Bank. Mitch Harper, Matt Baiamonte with you every single Monday night, 6 to 7. We're taking your phone calls, 801-575-8255. Let's get out to the phone line. Welcome in Riggs from South Jordan. Riggs, what's your take on this BYU Colorado all Big 12 showdown on the Riverwalk?
If I'm being honest, a little worried about Colorado. They're a solid team, but I think BYU definitely has the skill type, and I think if Retzlaff can just get the ball to his playmakers, we can definitely pull off a win.
Riggs, do you think it just comes down to BYU's offense in this game? Do you feel like it's on Retzlaff to be a superstar in this one?
Yes and no. I also feel like our defense just got to step up a little, even though I think they've been playing incredible this season. Just the little things I think will help us in the long run.
Cool. Well, thanks for calling in, Riggs. You going to be going to San Antonio?
I wish. Okay.
Well, Cougar Nation, maybe let's get Riggs out there to San Antonio. I think all Cougar Nation should get out there. It's tricky though, Matt, because it's not the playoff. There was a lot of, I think, commitment and resources invested in the Big 12 championship game, you being one of them. A lot of people spent time into that. And this isn't, the Fiesta Bowl. It's not the Peach Bowl. But still, I think that, if you go to this game, I think it could be quite the setting. Coach Prime's guaranteeing a sellout. I think Colorado fans want to go to this thing, so it could be quite the environment.
I don't buy that, Mitch. I think that in today's day and age, and I got a firsthand look at this thing at the Big 12 championship game, but championships, conference championships, they don't appeal as much as they used to. And I think this bowl system, it's the same thing. It's everything is about the playoff, and when you miss out on that, the air is let out of the sail a little bit. That doesn't take away from a great matchup, and it should be a lot of fun, but it's all about the playoff. And Iowa State fans, I thought they would have cared to get there to Arlington. They did not show up in droves. And Arizona State fans, they also did not show up in droves. It's just, this sport is getting so expensive, man. We see it here at LaVell Edwards Stadium even. You have to be really picky about what you can do, which games I can attend, which trips can I go, how much can I donate to the Cougar Club, how much can I donate to this and that, and NIL, and you're being stretched a million ways. The thing that people really want to go to is the playoff, and you would move heaven and earth to get to that thing. But when it comes to these other things, an Alamo Bowl, a Big 12 championship game, I think it's just a little harder because, look, it's expensive. The college football that we grew up on as kids, where there were no tailgating lots. I remember tailgating up by the Missionary Training Center, and I just pulled up and did it. I didn't have to have a special permission to do it. I didn't even pay to get into the lot. It was free. And contrast that with what we have now, I think it's hard. So I'd be shocked if this – because, look, Colorado is in the same boat as BYU. At the end of the day, you missed out on the conference championship and you missed out on the playoff. How is that going to drive – fans to travel super far? I don't know if it will, Mitch.
I think what's different, though, about Colorado is that they've got kind of superstar, they infiltrate just mainstream society. My boys, that they love sports, but so they're a little bit different. They're more well-versed on college football than most kids their age, at the elementary age, but they're so hyped that BYU's playing Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. And I think that, and then Coach Prime's stardom, I think you're going to bring out probably a lot of local Texas people that just want to see a Coach Prime coach team in action with a potential Heisman winner. I don't know. I think that this could be, I don't know if it's going to be a sellout. I question that, but I think it's probably going to be well attended because I think the people in Texas are going to say, I want to see Prime. I want to see Travis Hunter and Shedeur, and then BYU, I guess, too. But, so I think it's going to be well attended. I was looking at flights from Salt Lake to San Antonio, and it is expensive. And so to do it right after Christmas, and it is a financial demanding deal with such a quick turnaround as well, it's tough. Whereas road games, you've got time between really January to September, October, and November to plan your big road game that you want to go to in the road season, whereas a bowl game, it's quick turnaround. If it's far away, it's not really a doable drive game. You got to fly. That can be pretty expensive during the holiday season. So, but I never doubt Cougar Nation though, Matt, because there's a lot of Cougar fans in Texas, and Cougar fans still will show up for their team. So I'm sure there'll be a nice showing of BYU fans as well. Let's get back out to the phone line. Linda, patiently waiting. Linda, what's on your mind, and what are your thoughts on this BYU-Colorado matchup?
I'm kind of disappointed we couldn't have gotten another team, a little bit better team.
Who did you want?
I would probably want to see another team from another conference or something.
Yeah.
And something like, but yet, I'm glad we're going, but I would like to have seen us in the Pop-Tart Bowl. I actually do.
I'm with you 100% of the way, Linda. That's what I wanted. A matchup with BYU and Miami down in Orlando, an ACC team that felt like that maybe they got snubbed from the playoff, and they've got Cam Ward. That would have been a great matchup, and there would have been juicy storylines. And there are with this BYU-Colorado game. It really, for me, Mitch, and I think Linda can agree, it's really just the fact that you're in the same conference now. I know that Colorado's fulfilling a Pac-12 spot, but there's no novelty to this because next year we're playing this game next year. And if I had to choose bowl game or go to Folsom Field in Boulder, I'd rather go to Folsom Field in Boulder when that game matters instead of an exhibition game in San Antonio.
Well, if you lose this game, get back to me if they say this game doesn't matter. If BYU lays an egg, it's going to matter, Matt. So
it's not going to matter. Well, what's going to matter? It's still
if BYU got blown out,
10-win season.
If BYU got blown out, you don't think Cougar Nation's going to be fired up and saying, "Why did BYU give that extension to Kalani if they have a no-show in San Antonio?"
No one's going to care.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you because we already locked up the 10-win narrative.
It would have such a bad momentum into the offseason. People would be wanting to overhaul the entire roster. This game absolutely matters. You got to get momentum into 2025.
You are up in the night, my friend. Has the cold been getting to you? I can't believe what I'm hearing.
You think if BYU gets blown out, Cougar fans are just going to be like, it's okay. They got blown out.
I think they will say, it's okay. This game meant nothing. The hangover, the disappointment of having a crappy tiebreaker that made no freaking sense. Leave us out of the Big 12 championship game, whatever.
You lose any game in college football, that is a big deal. You don't want to go down that slope. BYU's got to show up, and they got to play well, and I think they will, Matt. But we can talk about this a little bit more. 801-575-8255. Maybe that's a question, too. Does this game matter? Like, if BYU lost this game, are you going to be fired up?
A resounding no.
It absolutely matters. Let's take a break. News, traffic, and weather coming up next. We'll get to more of your phone calls, 801-575-8255. Your thoughts on this BYU-Colorado all-Big 12 matchup in the Alamo Bowl. We're talking about it here on Cougar Nation on KSL News Radio.